Welcome to Grantland Sports. My name is Chris Ryan, and I am honored to be here with Allie Krieger from the U.S. Women's National Team, world champion Allie Krieger.
Yes, thank you so much, Chris.
Hey.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
So I wanted to ask, first off, about the Japan game.
Yes.
So that was one of the most surreal experiences I've ever had watching a sporting event. I can only imagine what it was like to play in it. So at what point do things just get weird out there?
I mean, the first 16 minutes
were,
it was just, it was totally weird. It was incredible to be out there and to just experience those moments. And I couldn't believe that in a final, Carly Lloyd had a hat trick within 16 minutes, and we were kind of just running around celebrating, but we were so excited and just looking at each other like, okay, everyone just needs to calm down because this is real life. This is really happening.
Yeah.
We haven't won yet, but like that's kind of what goes through your mind. You're like, holy cow, this is like unbelievable. It's a final of a World Cup and we're already up 3-4-0.
I was going to ask you about the celebrating because, like, I think
well,
that
then Carly started running around and we were chasing her. I was getting out of breath because I'm trying to chase her and she's running to Hope and then running to the bench, and then it was unbelievable.
I was wondering after the third one if you might be like, okay, good one, thanks. Like,
I'm just gonna stay here. I'm gonna stand in the back.
Because was it strange to have, because you're playing right back and you're watching this happen, and so your perspective is like you see the whole thing. Like when Carly hits that midfield shot, which happens once every 4 years or something like that, when that goes in.
Ever. Yeah.
I mean, just like, have you ever played in a game that was that out of whack within the first 15 minutes?
She's an incredible player, incredible teammate, and I think that I would trust her with anything. So go for it.
Yeah.
She obviously just took a look up, and the goalkeeper was out of her box, and she just went for it and saw an opportunity. And I think any of us would be like, "Wow, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
Which I think we were thinking.
Especially
but
in a
then
final.
when you see it, how the flight of the ball, perfect pace and tempo it had, and then it just dropped right in the left corner, and we like couldn't believe it. We were just like, oh my god, we just kind of were like just so stunned, and it just was an unbelievable moment. But if anyone could do it, it probably would be her.
Have you ever been on the wrong side of a game like that? Like, have you ever been a defender in a game where you just get smoked like that?
Fortunately, no.
That's good.
Honestly, that's
good for everybody.
I feel very lucky that has never happened.
Yeah.
I have never been a part of a game like that and being on the other end of it.
Could you hear the Japan players talking? Like, were they trying to keep each other up at all? Like,
I mean, obviously, I wouldn't have any clue what they were saying.
Yeah. But you could read the emotional
you could
sort
see
of
their faces,
because they kept having these huddles, and I was just like, I don't really know what you say about 3-0 after 15 minutes.
But we were matching those huddles because we couldn't believe that we were winning by that much. So we had to like bring each other together and say, hey, look, like we need to be smart right now. We need to continue to defend, and we need to continue to stay compact, but yet let's keep going for it. Let's keep pressuring. But now we have to be smart and like, let's stay compact. We're up 3-0, 4-0. Let's just like, hold this and play well.
Any nerves when they get one back?
Yeah, a few nerves. Obviously, it was already it was just 4-1. But at that time, you never. And it was 6 seconds. We were 6 seconds away from breaking that record of the shutout record of all World Cup and history.
Yeah.
And so I was super bummed about that. I didn't know at the time. I thought we had surpassed it already, but 6 seconds. And I think obviously records. It's whatever. Winning a game is 10 times more important.
Sure.
But at that moment, it's obviously not a good feeling to let in a goal when you're already up 4-0. So that was kind of devastating for us. But we were like, you know what, we're still up, we're winning, and let's just keep attacking.
It must be just so different though, like the way the tempo changes when you're like protecting a lead like that. I mean, they say like 2-1 is what like the most dangerous lead in soccer or whatever.
Exactly.
But it's weird. 5-1 or 4-1 is a strange one. Even in the bar when we were watching, we were like, I don't think this matters that much.
And it's hard to, exactly. I totally agree, because it's also hard to keep that tempo higher than your opponent when you're already winning 4-0. Sometimes you feel like you can just chill and knock the ball around, but yet we were then starting to play at their tempo. And it started to get, we were like, you know what, we need to continue to put pressure on. We need to continue to play quick, because that's our game. And we can't like kind of stoop down to the level that they were playing at, because then they matched us, and that's when they did score that goal. So then we were like, okay, let's up the tempo a little bit. Let's get back on track.
That was certainly like watching the team again, watching you play Germany, watching you play Japan was when it was great to see the team peak at the perfect moment, because that was where I thought like that's their game. It's like just blowing people off the ball and then transition really fast like that.
Right, correct. I think it happened during China. I think we got, unfortunately, Lauren Holiday and Megan Rapinoe couldn't play that game, so we had to, get some of our game changers in the game and in the mix. And I think that brought in really good vibes, really positive energy. Not that we didn't have that before, but it just gave those players some fire underneath them to want to perform. And I think that's when it really turned around for us, and that's when we started to peak at the right time.
Did you not wear the headband for the final?
I did, but one of my friends asked me last night what happened to it, and he said, I assumed that you took it off so that you could have really nice pictures, and that's what everyone I think thought.
My theory was that it was more like LeBron, where LeBron like all of a sudden is like, well, I'm playing better without the headband.
We're winning 4-0, and I'm done with this. No, I think what happens. I have to just adjust it a little bit. Unequal has been amazing in the fact that they are just customizing all these headbands for me, and whatever I need and want, they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
And it just gets super sweaty. It was really heavy and it was sliding. And at that point, I start thinking more about my headband then, and that's me because I sweat a lot.
Yeah.
So that's an effect that I got to get adjusted.
It's summer. It's okay.
Right. So and it was super hot in there, and so like it was like a furnace, So I was like, this is annoying me more, and I'm focusing more on that than the game itself.
Yeah.
So I can't let that affect it. So that's when I took it off.
I think people like casual soccer fans who watch tournament soccer in the summer don't realize how it's not really a summer game.
Right.
It's like, so when they see people and they're dehydrated and stuff. I was wondering, speaking of the surroundings, how the turf was.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Any...
Obviously, we're going to, we have to adapt just like every other team.
Yeah.
We're going to just get our job done, no matter if we play on concrete, a rug, or turf, or real grass. So, we got to get the job done. We have to adapt, and we have to find a way, which I think we did an excellent job of doing, because every single field, every single stadium field in the tournament was different.
Yeah.
The turf was totally different than, and it's just, you had to get used to it only a day or two before the match. And so that was really frustrating at times. We were like, you know what, just breathe. Like, we're going to be fine. We'll take care of business no matter what.
Does that lend itself to like more technical football because it's like a flat surface is not slowing down, or do you feel like that's better for long ball and like getting out and running a little bit?
More technically, because the ball, you never know where it's going to bounce.
Yeah.
As a defender especially, we have to, when we pressure and we have to cover, the three other backs have to tuck